Divas. What's happening, Hellraisers and Harlots? Hey there, all my bad bitches and unproblematic niggas up, down, and all around the internet. It is I, the one, the only, Kimber Shan. Don't call me Kim Ho. It's okay to be extra because I tell it like it is. And welcome to A Quickie with Kimber Shan. Jumping right into facts, foolery, and fuck-ups.
You uncultured swine!
Thursday night, meaning that tomorrow's Friday and you're listening to this on Friday, so that means all the new music dropped. And there really isn't that much going on. Allegedly, Drake was supposed to drop a project tonight, but he didn't for some reason. I don't know what's up with him these days. But Lil Uzi dropped a new project called The Pink Tape. And apparently he's still with JT as well, despite the little spat that occurred at the BET Awards last weekend. You know, the phone throwing and calling him a bitch and all that other stuff. But they still together. They still out here going to events and taking selfies together and all of that. So I guess that's just a part of the situation with them folks over there. But you know, toxic is as toxic does. Another cool story coming out of the world of music today. Nicki Minaj announced that her album will be dropping November 17th. And she's definitely going on tour as well. And her new album will be titled Pink Friday 2. A lot of people are excited about that. Shout out to all of the Barbs. She said y'all were going to curse her the fuck out if she didn't give y'all any tea or anything and let y'all know what the fuck was going on. So shout out to her as well. She's also featured on a song on Uzi's new project as well. So check that out. It's like, of course she would be featured. It's called The Pink Tape and she's queen of everything pink. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, shout out to both of those people. And in other news, Beyonce and Kelly have teamed up to build housing units in Houston. They're going to invest $7.2 million into these housing units to help lower the homeless population and give people somewhere to live, which is very important. And I love that, you know, they're giving back to their hometown and they're doing something positive. You know, Beyonce on tour right now making all the motherfucking money, but she still got shit popping off over here and making big moves, including, you know, just purchasing a $200 million house. So shout out to her. I am a Beyonce stan, in case you did not know. So anything she does, I'm going to always report on it. I'm always going to talk about it. I'm always going to be inspired by it because she's that bitch like no other. Another story that really caught me off guard, and I'm sure y'all might have seen it on the Shade Room or something like that. That's where I saw that, is limb lengthening surgery, also known as a knee BBL. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Niggas out here all over the fucking world are going to Turkey and getting this surgery done to increase their height. And you know what, short kings, if you feel that's what you need to do to feel better about your height situation, do your thing. But I just don't think it's really worth it. The videos that I saw, a lot of the guys are on crutches or in wheelchair and had to go through a lot of physical therapy and healing in order to move forward and be able to walk regularly again. Like one guy, he did get the surgery and his knees, not his knees, I guess his legs, his length, he gained height, okay? He got height. He went from 5'5" to 6 foot, but the nigga is limping, like, and walking with crutches. So how good is it really to be taller, but to be basically handicapped? I don't know if it's worth it. And doctors are saying that long term, they don't really know what it's giving. And there are people that actually need this surgery, not for a cosmetic reason, people that have bone issues or issues with their knees that need those bones to be straightened out. But people are doing it as a cosmetic surgery. How do you guys feel about the knee BBL? I just don't know. I just feel like I see short niggas get bitches every day. So, and both of the guys they interviewed, they discussed that it was about getting bitches. And I'm like, anybody can get a bitch. It's not that hard. Like, all you got to do is exist. Like, you don't even got to have a job to get a bitch in 2023. You don't got to have a job. You got to know where to stay. Like, it is real out here. You can really get a bitch without having none of your shit together. And, you know, I don't think height is that serious for niggas to feel like they got to get it done. Of course, niggas that are taller are going to get pussy. That's just the way the world goes. Tall, dark, and handsome. That'll always be a thing. But bitches are short 9 times out of 10. So if you a nigga, you can get a short bitch and be perfectly fine. I don't think this surgery is necessary. I think it's some goofy ass shit because you might be longer, but your arms are still short. Your other body parts might be outweighing each other. It's just really strange. The same way when bitches get BBLs, how they thighs don't match. What about the rest of your body matching your longer, elongated legs? Like your hands might still be small, your arms might be short, you might look. It just seems like a bit much to me. Let me know in my comments or how you feel about the knee BBL, because I think it's fucking ridiculous. So we're gonna cruise on right over to my other favorite segment. Actually, all the segments are my favorite segment because it's my show. Duh. But let's go ahead and head over to Let Me Tell You Something.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Oh, let me tell you something, honey.
I was thinking, what am I going to talk about? And let me tell you something. And it just came to me. I talk to people a lot. I give a lot of advice. I am an open book. And I love talking to people about what they're going through or what they're experiencing in life and talking them through it and helping them in any way that I can. That's what I like to do. So I just started thinking, like, a lot of people are going through it. A lot of people are struggling. A lot of people are having all types of issues in their life. And one common theme that I see among people that are struggling is comparison. Like, everybody's like, well, they're doing this and they got a chance to go over here and I'm not over there and they're getting all these opportunities and they're over. And I'm just like, whoa. Let me tell you something. Nothing is what it seems. Everything around you, especially on the internet, is fake as fuck. Nothing is what it seems. Don't let the likes fool you. Don't let the cute face fool you. Don't let the bags and the shoes and the clothes and the fucking teeth and the jewelry. Don't let that shit fool you. Because 9 times out of 10, it's some bullshit behind it. The shit is probably fake. The situation that you had to be put in to get those things is probably a bunch of bullshit. It's bullshit left and right. So I feel like the comparison has to stop immediately, because statistically, it's kind of impossible for people to be making legitimate money that they claim that they're making, because statistically, the average American makes around $50,000 a year or less, especially depending on age. I even went to Forbes to verify this, and it's true. Between the ages of 18 and 45, the average American salary between that whole group is $50K. And if you're making more than that, you're pretty goddamn lucky, because most people aren't making that. And I know a lot of people in my age group, 25 to 35, that are making well over 50K. So a lot of you guys are super blessed and actually doing well. Like, if you are able to pay your rent and your bills every month, pat your fucking self on the back, because trust and believe me, a lot of people fucking can't. A lot of people are barely making it, especially with this recession and all the fuckery that has went down since the pandemic happened. Like, people are down bad, possibly worse than ever. And I just feel like the comparison to what people see on the internet, people's highlight reel, people's alleged success, it has to stop, because you have no idea what those people are doing or what is actually going on. And the truth is, most people are fucking broke and barely surviving, especially if you don't have certain things in place to accelerate your income and things like that. But the biggest thing I hear is people comparing themselves to where other people are in their journey. And that is a huge no every time. I too have done this. I do it all the time, actually. And I hate it when I do it, because I know better. It's like, in my head, I know that I shouldn't be comparing myself to other people, but it's just something we do as human beings. And I'm here to say it needs to fucking stop today. Okay? So, like, I can even go further into it a little bit. We can talk about beyond social media. We can talk about what we see, like the cars people drive and the things that they have, and even beyond all the materialistic shit, or where people are in their careers and all of those things. Shit, even with me starting this show, I'm like, oh my God, I've been trying to do this for such a long time, and everybody else is already doing it and all. But it's like, fuck all that. My opportunity is here. If my opportunity is not here, I have to create the opportunity that I want. If there's something that you want in this life and there's something you want to do, and I'm going to discuss this in my Kimspiration as well, I just feel like you can't start it with comparing yourself. Comparing yourself to other people. What's that quote? Comparison is the thief of joy. That shit is true, because if you over here looking at what they doing, you're taking the focus off of what you could be doing. So nothing is what it seems, ladies and gentlemen. And that is my Let Me Tell You Something. Moving on to my final segment, Kimspiration. And Kimspiration today directly has to do with nothing is what it seems. And my Kimspiration for today is don't be a spectator in your own life. Be a player and get in the game. Stop watching from the sidelines and be a part of the action. And what I mean when I say don't be a spectator in your own life, the same shit with social media. We're watching everybody else do what we wish we could do and chase their dreams and do all these things. We're watching and we're not participating. It's time to get in the fucking game. I saw a TikTok today that said that people that just jump into stuff and put themselves out there and try usually have better results than people that had to research everything and fine tune every detail to get started with something. So instead of trying to fine tune every detail and making up excuses and having everything be perfect, it's better to just jump in the fucking water and get started some way, somehow. Like, watching life from the sidelines is no fun at all. And honestly, it's just gonna haunt you. Like, if you don't take action on your dreams, no matter what it is. And that's gonna be a running thing of my show. Like, I love self-improvement, personal development, things like that. So I'm always going to discuss that. But I really feel like we have to stop being spectators in our life. Even when it comes to things like travel, I always hear people say, oh, I'm going to travel one day. I'm going to travel when I get money. I'm going to travel when I have kids. I'm going to travel when I get to this level. I'm going to travel when I get this salary. This time isn't coming back. If you want to travel, do what you need to do now so that you can travel. There's no excuse for not being able to at least try to pursue things. And also another thing is I see people waiting to do things because they're waiting on other people to do it with them. Another thing that I have had issues with as well. Like, if you want to go to a certain place, if you want to go see something, you want to go to an event, you want to experience different things, you're waiting on somebody to be able to be there to do it with you. But I'm here to tell you, sometimes you just got to do shit your motherfucking self. Point blank, bottom line. That is my Kimspiration for today. Go ahead, get out there, get in the mix, and take some motherfucking actions, okay? Thank you guys so much for listening to the show. That wraps it up for today, and that wraps it up for this week. I do have an announcement to make. Going forward, starting next week, I will be doing Monday and Wednesday shows, just because Friday is not a good day to drop a podcast, y'all. It's Friday, everybody's thinking about the weekend, everybody's thinking about going out and partying and spending time with their family and friends, and nobody's thinking about listening to my ass, okay? So I will be doing Mondays and Wednesdays going forward. Let me know how you guys feel about that. I will take it into consideration if you object, but for the most part, this decision has already been made, and I want to thank you guys so much for listening. Go ahead and subscribe, leave me a review, follow me at the Kimber Shan Show, follow the pod at A Quickie Pod, and we're just gonna keep this thing rolling. Week 2, baby, we made it. And remember my 3 principles: love yourself, respect yourself, and accept yourself. Bye-bye.